In the quiet village of Aguashi, life followed a rhythm dictated by age-old traditions. Men gathered at the village square to discuss politics, while women tended to their homes and farmlands. Yet, beneath this seemingly ordinary routine, there was a peculiar tradition that no one openly talked about: women paying men to marry them. A newcomer, Kalechi, visiting for a research project, overheard hushed conversations about this practice during his stay. Intrigued and slightly puzzled, he decided to dig deeper, unaware of the tangled emotions and stories waiting to unfold. The villagers' reluctance to speak openly only fueled Kalechi's curiosity. Why would a community reverse the widely accepted norm of dowry payment? Late one night, an elderly woman named Mama Neka finally broke the silence. "It's not what you think," she whispered. "This practice has its roots in survival, not luxury." Kalechi's mind raced with questions. Mama Neka began her tale with a hint of sadness in her voice. Decades ago, a terrible drought struck Aguashi. Crops failed and families starved. Men, the traditional breadwinners, began leaving the village in search of better opportunities. Those who stayed struggled to provide for their families. She paused, her eyes clouded by memories. Women stepped up, taking on the roles of both caregivers and providers. But the imbalance in population meant fewer marriages. Something had to change. Kalechi listened intently as Mama Neka explained how women's empowerment had brought unintended consequences. With resources in their hands, women began offering dowries to attract husbands, ensuring lineage and stability. "It wasn't about buying love," she clarified. "It was about preserving our way of life." Kalechi realized this wasn't just a story about marriage, but about survival. The next day, Kalechi met Amara, a young woman in her late 20s. She was vibrant, but carried a trace of melancholy in her demeanor. Amara's story mirrored that of many other women in the village. "Men are scarce," she admitted, "and the ones who stay, they demand security. A dowry isn't just money, it's a promise." Amara revealed how she had saved for years to offer a dowry, hoping to marry a man who would share her dreams of a family and farm. "But even then, it's no guarantee," she said, her voice breaking. "Some men accept and leave. Others take advantage of the system." Kalechi's heart ached as he saw the resilience and vulnerability intertwined in Amara's story. Curious to hear both sides, Kalechi sought out Chuka, a bachelor in his 30s. Unlike the women, Chuka seemed relaxed, even confident. "Why wouldn't I accept a dowry?" he asked, grinning. "It's a woman's way of showing she values me." However, Chuka admitted that not all men viewed the arrangement positively. "Some feel emasculated," he said. "It's not our tradition to be the ones taken care of, but times have changed. Survival comes first." Chuka's honesty gave Kalechi a deeper understanding of the complexities. While some men embraced the change, others grappled with shame and societal judgment. This tension added another layer to the already intricate web of relationships in Aguashi. One afternoon, Kalechi visited Ezen, a widow raising her 3 daughters alone. She had paid dowries for her 2 eldest daughters and was saving for the youngest. "It's not easy," she admitted, "but as a mother, I want them to have a chance at happiness." Ezen's hands, rough from years of labor, spoke of her sacrifices. She explained how her eldest daughter's marriage had brought stability to their family. "Her husband's family respects us because we upheld our part of the tradition," Ezen said proudly. Yet, she also expressed fear for her youngest. What if there's no one left for her? Kalechi couldn't help but feel the weight of Ezen's worries. In his quest for answers, Kalechi met Mama Igioma, the village matchmaker. Known for her sharp wit and keen sense of people, she had orchestrated countless unions. "It's not just about money," she said firmly. "I look for compatibility, shared values, and resilience." Mama Igioma revealed that she often mediated disputes and ensured men didn't exploit the dowry system. "A union built on greed will never last," she said. Her role went beyond matchmaking. She was a guardian of the community's fragile balance. Kalechi marveled at her dedication and wondered how long this delicate arrangement could last. Kalechi couldn't shake off the stories he'd heard. They painted a picture of resilience, love, and survival, but also of pain and sacrifice. As an outsider, he felt conflicted. Should he document this tradition for the world to see? Would exposure help or harm the community? Late at night, he confided in Mama Neka. "You came seeking answers," she said. "But remember, not all truths are meant to be told. Sometimes understanding is enough." Kalechi's pen hovered over his notebook. For the first time, he questioned the ethics of his work. As Kalechi delved deeper, he uncovered the darker side of the practice. Some men exploited the dowry system, marrying multiple women for financial gain. Others abandoned their wives once the money ran out. "It's a risk we take," Amara admitted. "But what choice do we have?" The stories of betrayal and heartbreak contrasted sharply with tales of love and partnership. Kalechi realized that while the tradition had roots in necessity, it was far from perfect. Each story he heard added another layer of complexity to the village's narrative. One sunny afternoon, Kalechi attended a wedding in Agwashi. The bride, Nkechi, was radiant, her joy evident despite the weight of the dowry her family had paid. Her groom, Obinna, seemed genuine in his affection, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the complexities Kalechi had witnessed. The celebration was a vibrant display of culture, with music, dancing, and laughter. For a moment, Kalechi saw the beauty in the tradition. "Not every story ends in sorrow," Mama Igioma said, catching his gaze. Her words stayed with him as he reflected on the duality of the practice. One evening, a heated debate broke out in the village square. Younger men and women questioned the sustainability of the dowry system. "It's unfair to place such a burden on women," one young man argued. "We need a new way forward." The elders, however, defended the tradition, citing its historical importance. "Change is not always better," Mama Neka warned. The discussion highlighted the generational divide and the growing desire for reform. Kalechi sensed that the village was at a crossroads. As Kalechi prepared to leave Agwashi, he pondered his role in the unfolding narrative. Should he remain an observer or become an advocate for change? Mama Neka's words echoed in his mind. Understanding is enough. He decided to share the stories he'd gathered, hoping to spark thoughtful discussions without casting judgment. This isn't just Agwashi's story, he realized. It's a reflection of how communities adapt in the face of challenges. With a heavy heart, he bid farewell to the village, carrying its secrets with him. Months after leaving Agwashi, Kalechi's article was published in a respected journal. It sparked debates across the country, drawing attention to the unique tradition. Some praised the resilience of the women, while others criticized the system for perpetuating gender imbalances. "Are we adapting or compromising?" one commentator questioned. Kalechi watched the discussions unfold from a distance, torn between pride and guilt. Had he done the right thing by sharing their story? In Agwashi, Mama Neka heard of the article and sighed. "The world may know our struggles," she said, "but will they ever understand our choices?" Back in Agwashi, the younger generation's push for change grew stronger. Amara and others formed a group to discuss alternatives to the dowry system. "We need partnerships, not transactions," she argued passionately. The group began organizing meetings, drawing both support and criticism. Chuka, once indifferent, found himself drawn to the discussions. "Maybe it's time we redefine what marriage means," he admitted. The movement gained momentum, signaling the beginning of a new chapter for the village. Kalechi, hearing of their efforts, felt a flicker of hope for the community he had left behind. During one of the group's meetings, Amara proposed an idea that shocked the room: a community fund to support marriages without dowries. "This isn't about erasing our traditions," she explained. "It's about removing the financial burden and focusing on love and partnership." The idea was met with mixed reactions. Some applauded her vision, while others accused her of disrespecting the elders. Chuka stood up and supported her. "It's worth trying," he said. "We've seen what happens when money becomes the foundation. Let's build something stronger." The group decided to present their idea to the village council, knowing it would be a pivotal moment. As the elders listened, the tension in the room was palpable. Would they embrace change or cling to the past? Kalechi, though far away, awaited news with bated breath. The village council convened on a warm evening, drawing a large crowd. Elders sat at the head of the gathering, their expressions unreadable as Amara and her group presented their proposal. Murmurs rippled through the crowd as she explained the community fund's purpose. "This fund will ensure no one is left behind," Amara said. "Marriage should unite us, not divide us." Mama Neka, an elder respected by all, finally spoke. "Times are changing," she began, "but change must honor our past." She looked at Amara and her group thoughtfully. "Your proposal has merit. However, traditions hold our identity. We must balance both." After hours of deliberation, the council agreed to a trial of the community fund. "Let's see if this strengthens us," Mama Neka declared. The decision marked the beginning of cautious optimism, though many wondered if the village could truly transform. With the council's approval, the group worked tirelessly to launch the fund. Contributions poured in, with some villagers hesitant but curious. Amara and Chuka visited families to explain how the system worked. "This isn't charity," Chuka emphasized. "It's collaboration." Meanwhile, resistance lingered. "This isn't how things are done," an elder muttered during a community meeting. Mama Igioma, the matchmaker, stepped in. "Traditions evolve. We've seen it before. Let's give this a chance." Her endorsement silenced many critics, though skepticism persisted. The first marriage under the fund's support drew a crowd. When the bride and groom exchanged vows, the joy was palpable. It wasn't just a union of two people. It symbolized hope for a new chapter in Aguashi. Kalechi, receiving word of the event, smiled. The seeds of change had been sown, but he knew the journey was far from over. Months turned into a year, and the community fund became an integral part of Aguashi's marriage process. The younger generation embraced it wholeheartedly, while elders slowly warmed to the idea. Amara became a symbol of progress, her resilience inspiring many. Kalechi returned to the village to witness the changes firsthand. He found a community that still held its traditions, but wasn't afraid to adapt. Sitting with Mama Neka, he asked, "Do you think this will last?" She smiled. "Only time will tell, but for now, we've found balance." As Kalechi walked through the village, he saw laughter, partnerships, and renewed hope. Aguashi had transformed, not by abandoning its past, but by building a future rooted in unity. For the first time, he put his notebook away, content to simply observe and cherish the story unfolding before him. Thank you for watching. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.